Welcome to the very first edition of For the Record. Let's get right to the news. Those confirmation battles on Capitol Hill, the first real test for the incoming Trump administration. Democrats want to delay some hearings because key ethic filings are not complete, while Republicans want to move forward, and now. Today, the president-elect sounded confident.
They're going great. Confirmation's going great.
Oh, they haven't started yet. How are that?
I think they'll all pass. I think every nomination will be, they're all at the highest level. Jack was even saying, I mean, they are at the absolute highest level. I think they're going to do very well.
There's some concern about Jeff Sessions in particular.
No, I think he's going to do great. High-quality man.
Also today, Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, named senior advisor to the president. Trump declined to answer questions about that and several other issues.
Mr. President-elect, could you talk a little bit about your preparations to detangle yourself from your conflicts of interest?
Yeah, we'll talk about it on Wednesday. It's very simple. All I can say is it's very simple, very easy. Sure, I'm ready. Been ready for a while.
Can you talk about the role you expect Jared Kushner to have in your administration?
Who? Jared. Well, we'll talk about that on Wednesday.
Is he going to be your senior advisor?
We'll see. We'll talk.
Will there actually be a replacement in place by the time it's revealed?
We're going to be talking about it on Wednesday.
But of course, he has been talking, or at least tweeting, about Hollywood actress Meryl Streep's speech last night. Senator John McCain joins us right now. Nice to see you, Senator.
Well, congratulations. It's wonderful to be back with you again, and it was a short pause, and may I just say you're one of the true professionals that I have had the opportunity of dealing with, and it's great to be with you, and I'm honored to be on your first show.
Senator, thank you very much, and I wanted to be on my first show, and welcome, and what a time it is right now. We're having a new president who's going to be sworn in just a short period of time. President-elect Donald Trump, can you work with him?
I'm confident that I can, but I'm not going to change my views and positions, particularly on national security issues. I'm very concerned about what this administration's attitude or behavior towards Vladimir Putin will be. I just came back with Amy Klobuchar and Lindsey Graham from the Baltics, Georgia, Ukraine, and I'm telling you, they are very, very worried there about what America will be and whether we will continue to have the strong relationship with them, which will help them resist Vladimir Putin's effort to destabilize them.
Last week, the report came out. There were two reports. One was classified, one was declassified. I read the declassified one, and frankly, it didn't have much information. It said that the DNI, FBI, CIA were highly confident that this led to Putin. It didn't say that they went and discovered Putin's server in the basement and that there were emails there or hacking there, but it said highly confident. I want to be a good American and believe them, but did you read the classified, and is there better proof than just sort of the words highly confident?
I think there is, and the one thing you don't want to do is betray the sources and methods, and that's why the highly confident phrase is so important, because without reliable sources and ways of gleaning information, they would not have high confidence.
And I appreciate the high confidence, but I guess that I was asking you sort of whether you were vetting them, because I can't vet them because they can't disclose those information about sources, and I got that. But is the U.S. Senators who have read it, they are satisfied that there really is the proof?
I believe so. I believe so. And also the individuals. Clapper was 53 years. He's a DNI. Admiral Rogers is one of the highly respected people. Brennan at CIA. These are very highly respected individuals that are putting their names on the line. And yes, there have been grievous intelligence errors in the past. Weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, we all know about. But this is a compilation of a lot of information over a period of time. And I'm not saying that they aren't, I'm absolutely sure they aren't wrong, because they've been wrong in the past. But everything that I've seen indicates that this was an attempt to affect the election. I don't believe it affected the outcome of the election, but I think it's overwhelming evidence that this was an attempt on Vladimir Putin's part.
Is this war? Is this just a new way of looking at war?
Yes, but they're very different gradients of warfare, okay? But if they were able to destroy the way we elect our government, then obviously that's a kind of a blow to America, which really destroys the fundamentals of democracy. How can you have democracy without fair elections? So in that respect, it is a, quote, war. But it's not a nuclear attack. It's not all the things that we normally associate with warfare. So you calibrate the response. It doesn't mean just because it's maybe an act of war that you then launch all the missiles. But it does mean that you have to have some kind of response. And my complaint about the Obama administration is they know this hacking was going on for a long period of time, and they never did anything about it. I read in...
Why wouldn't they? I mean, if they knew about it,
they said they didn't want to disturb the negotiations about Syria, that they were worried about another reaction from the Russians. Well, that to me is incredible.
But would you have a private conversation with Putin or something? I mean, at that point, I mean, if this is going on...
He said that he finally did have a conversation. President Obama said, and I told him to, quote, cut it out. What does that mean? And then he said, we can do some stuff. That sounds like somebody in high school. And so there was never, and the other problem with this, we knew attacks have been going on for a long period of time from a whole bunch of different places, including Iran, including China, including others, and we have never had a policy as to what we do in the case of an attack. Therefore, there was no strategy as to how to counterattack. So all of these attacks have taken place while we've almost passively been observing them.
All right, now, what do you anticipate will be President Donald Trump's responses come January 20th? What do you want him to do?
I want him to say, here is our policy, and we're developing a strategy on cyber. And that is, if we detect an attack, we will take certain measures. If there is an attack, we will retaliate. And we tell our friends, we tell our adversaries, and they are our adversaries, that if they attack us, then there is going to be a price to pay. It's the same thing with conventional warfare.
And what would that price be? What would that price be?
Well, I can tell you, for example, maybe counterattacks, maybe identification of the people that are doing it. And if Vladimir Putin happens to be, and many of us know, the richest man and one of the richest persons in the world, why don't we reveal the sources of his wealth?
Why don't we? I mean, what's stopping us now?
You're asking the wrong guy. You are asking the wrong guy, because for years I've thought so. Look, Vladimir Putin has been continuing his aggression in Ukraine, continuing to move the fence in Georgia, take more of Georgian land, continue all of this misbehavior. He's now consolidated power in Syria after slaughtering with precision weapons the hospitals in Aleppo. It's heartbreaking. When you know the things that he's done, it makes you cry. And yet there's been no response from this administration. So he's been able to act with impunity.
Well, it doesn't sound like you think there's going to be a response with the next one either, though.
I don't. The next one is surrounded by some people that I really trust, Greta, including General Mattis, including General Kelly, and some other people that are really smart and really tough, and I'm hoping they will have an effect. And one thing I know about some of them, and I'm not predicting this, is if they don't think the right thing is being done, they won't stay.
Senator, thank you. Thank you for joining us this first night. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, and I'm honored, and congratulations
Thank
again.
you, sir. And just a short time ago, I spoke with incoming White House Chief of Staff Reince Priebus.